Alright, you degenerate pilots, welcome back to another Titanfall 2 video. I know it's been a while since I posted one, but let's be real. Ever since the Joker hit Respawn CEO Vince Zampella with some Joker toxin, he's really been on some reverse flash shit. I mean, first he sells Respawn Entertainment to EA. EA tells him to get his ass working on Titanfall 3. And Vince completely ignores them and makes another cringe battle royale cash grab in its place. Okay, fine. It makes sense from a business viewpoint to make a BR game. And at least it's not as bad as Fork Knife. Yes, you heard me, Fork Knife. But the betrayal still stings harder than my parents' murder. Okay, that part is a lie. I still have an enormous amount of unresolved trauma with that. It is truly heartbreaking seeing the masterpiece this game and community once were, turned into the abomination it is today. I can't even play the game I fell in love with. No other FPS game remotely comes close to invoking the amount of dopamine I once got playing Titanfall 2. Finding a new game is impossible. It's to the point where I sometimes consider the Titanfall server as Jason Todd, while Vince Zampella, the Joker, is beating it repeatedly and ruthlessly with a crowbar. It's gotten to the point that I would die of old age waiting for a Titanfall 2 game to queue up on PlayStation if it wasn't for the Lazarus Pit keeping me alive. Seriously, you thought this was recent gameplay. This is 2023-year-old gameplay. It's to the point my fellow degenerate pilots decided to gaslight ourselves into believing we lived on Earth 2, where the Joker never hit Vince with the toxin, and Titanfall 3 is alive and well. The subreddit began gaslighting the fuck out of casual visitors of a game called Titanfall 3 with imaginary guns, titans, and pilot types. Somehow I suspect Barry Allen is to blame. Poor Speedster wanted mommy so bad he created Flashpoint and fucked the entire timeline up. I swear if it wasn't for the handwritten letter from my father Alan gave me, I would have beat the shit out of him when he told me the original timeline had Titanfall 3 in it, becoming the most popular FPS shooter on the market. Who knows what other fuck-ups Barry caused messing with the timeline. Shit is mind-baffling. It's like that time I played Fuck, Marry, Kill with Bizarro, utterly confusing and disastrous. Real talk for you degenerates out there. Fuck, Marry, Kill, Titanfall Edition, Sarah Briggs, Ash, and Sloan. I'll give you degenerates time to think it over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy fuck. You actually answered that? I bet Dr. Hugo Strange would have a field day with you degenerate pilots who said fuck Ash. Robosexuals. That's inhumane. Real shit though, I'd say the same. I'm killing Sloan, marrying Briggs, and fucking Ash. What the fuck you looking at, Alfred? You know I've been on that down bad life since Grayson bagged my girl Selenia Kyle, and Diana has been in deep space. Don't look at me like that, Alfred. You already know the viewers back home said the same thing. Alfred has been on that nagging shit lately. Anyway, back to my unhinged Titanfall 2 commentary. Gone are the days I can sit back, dominating Spitfire AWOL noobs with my EPG after a long night of giving brain injuries to the misdemeanor criminals of Gotham City. Gone are the days where I can swing around the map using my grapple skills I've gaslighted myself into believing I am a master in. Reminds me of that dweeb Peter Parker Clark told me he fought and demolished when he ended up on another world. Calls himself Spider-Man. He lives as one of the few powerful beings in a world with far more inferior superheroes compared to our own. Clark beat the shit out of him before realizing they were both heroes. I've visited other Earths with no heroes or supervillains, the corporations and politicians acting as the supervillains, where our world is nothing but comics for them. Some of the people put me up against fighting this Peter Parker. I would annihilate him just like Clark did. I've gone off topic again, back to my unhinged commentary. The unfortunate truth is Titanfall as a franchise is Jason Todd, only in some alternative universe where it seems the Lazarus Pit's enchantments have run dull and dry. Is Titanfall too far gone? Is it destined to be condemned as just a far distant memory? I'm honestly not sure, but I can't help but think back on all the times I've hopped on solo into Titanfall 2 servers and had a blast annihilating the pilots not under Marvin's finest hour faction with my trusted grapple, EPG, and Ronin Oculus Prime Titan. Being the first to drop my Ronin and demolishing enemy pilots like the pest insects they were, I felt as if I cut loose while I was in the Batwing and Batmobile while patrolling Gotham City. Joker was on some serious reverse flash villainous shit when he targeted the servers with a crowbar. For real though, 100 likes and I'll execute my contingency plan for the Flash aka Barry Allen for fucking up the timeline and murdering Titanfall 3. Wally West would never fuck up that horrendously. I even have a detailed in-depth operation in ruining the Flash's public image should the need ever arise. Just like I have plans for everyone in the Justice League. Well, except Oliver Queen. I don't need one for him. Fuck, I even have a plan for you, Alfred, so you better think twice before giving me those judgmental looks. I know you'd hit Ash over Briggs anyway. Barry really fucked up the timeline. According to Barry, in the original timeline, Joker never escaped from Arkham to infect the Respawn leadership. If only Barry wasn't an idiot. Vince really had us fooled when he said Titanfall 3 was still on the way, just with a smaller development team. Slowly, that team appears to have gone non-existent, as no doubt they are trying to use all possible resources to maximize their profit on Apex Legends. With so many Titanfall 2 developers who have left since the change of focus, one can only wonder if Titanfall 3 would even be able to live up to our expectations and be considered an upgrade to Titanfall 2. So much potential, story and lore stripped from us at the hands of the CEO. It really does feel as if the leadership at Respawn is two-faced the way they play and pull on your heartstrings with the possibility of a sequel. Joker really got Respawn acting like it's managed by Two-Face. Respawn is truly a mixed breed between Two-Face and Joker. Just like the original Joker, Respawn treats us like Joker treats Harley Quinn. A bunch of false hope with a slight mix of manipulation. Titanfall developers dwindled upon Apex Legends' success. Fine, no Titanfall 3. It sucks, but I can accept it if it weren't for Titanfall 2's servers being utterly abandoned to rot like a bloater in the Last of Us universe. I've been going through some heavy withdrawal whenever I try to play another FPS game. It has me acting up when I'm out on my night patrol in Gotham. Once I called in the Batmobile and almost ran over some graffitiing scumbags thinking they were Battlefield grunts while I was in my Ronin Oculus Prime. It's been tough. Seriously, imagine transitioning from Titanfall to Call of Duty. I went from being an unstoppable pilot godlike combatant to being a fucking grunt. The transition is despicable. The executions in Titanfall definitely gave me inspiration on how to torment the criminal scum of Gotham, but the executions of other games just make me feel pity. How the fuck am I supposed to find excruciating forms of torture and pain I can inflict on the next purse snatcher I meet? I am vengeance. I am the Knight. I am Batman. And that concludes our discussion, my fellow degenerate pilots. I must admit, pondering the possibilities of Titanfall 3 brings both excitement and disappointment. Respawn's maneuvers have left us with false hope, and it seems they've set their sights on a different path with Apex Legends lore. Yet let's not dwell on the past. Instead, let our imaginations soar as we dream of what could have been. An interactive adult scene with Ash 2.0? Perhaps not the priority, but we all have our fantasies. The EPG's return, a deeper campaign exploring the IMC's impact on everyday lives, and more incredible maps like Glitch from Titanfall 2. Ah, what wonders that could have brought. As we contemplate these unrealized dreams, let's remember the good times we had in the Titanfall universe and cherish the memories that shaped us as pilots. Alfred, I told you I am busy. The bat symbol is in the sky. I've gotta go. Stay vigilant and remember, I am vengeance. I am the Knight. I am Batman.